Alright, welcome back to Ghost Trick Phantom Detective. I'm really into this game, and right now we gotta make tracks. What are we doing? I kinda forget. It's been a while. Can operate this panel. By been a while, I mean like it's been 2 days. Right. Just hop into the mechanical arm there. Ah, fuck the... It's been like 2 days and I've already forgotten voices. We're trapped in the submarine that is currently sinking, and our only hope is a tracking device Jowd has so he can come and find us. Anyways. Ah, fuck. In order to do voices, normally I have a line I say, and last time I did his voice, I said the line off camera. I forgot to do that this time around. Why is this machine shoving grapes at me?
Well, it looks like the private cabin for the top officer, doesn't it? This machine is probably for feeding him grapes when he lies in bed.
Oh, it sounds heavenly, it does. Oh, sure. Grapes are poisonous to dogs, as a matter of fact. I've been thinking about this for a while now. But don't you think that country's use of technology is just a little off? Says the guy who's made a deal with said country. Well, quite, yes. Well, you know, I'm with Trash Robot on this one.
Anyway, it looks like the arm of the machine's a bit busted.
Well... shit. Yes. No, I don't want to talk to you. I want to fucking... get to this thing. Alright, so if I use this again... I can probably just hop into the arm real quick. Haha! Whoops. And that'll get me into the phone! Ring ring. I can go... torpedo room or engine room?
Torpedo room, huh?
Might be another torpedo left in there. I'll go check it out.
Oh, I get it. You're going to use a missile to ram the control room.
I don't know about ram. We don't want to blow up Detective... we don't want to blow Detective Jowd up, but something like that.
We'll climb up to the torpedo room. Up is definitely safer.
Alright, I'll see you there then. I take it... I actually don't know where the engine room is, but it's probably completely flooded. Alright, well, they got there somehow. And Trash Robot was left behind.
Looks like the torpedoes can be launched manually with these switches. There's 2 tubes, so there should be 1 more left. I guess the first thing we have to do is load it into the tube. Oh, when it comes to missiles, you can count on me. Missile. Funny that this long metal thing was named after me. Oh, it's so weird. Coincidence that, I suppose. I'll enter the coordinates of the command room into the torpedo.
How do you... well, we're tracking it, so that makes sense. Alright, well. Her hair looks weird from behind like that.
After I just turned on the backup power. We ought to be able to use the switches now.
Alright, let's try it out.
Good luck.
Normally, I'm hoping you can't hear my neighbors. If you can, I apologize. And normally I was going to record the first Monkey Island, but yeah, that's a relatively quiet game, so I'm going to wait until it's not a Saturday night and people aren't bumping and jumping all over the damn place. Yes, I am a 40-year-old man, why do you ask? Switch won't budge. I think the device is broken. That'll probably work if I can move the switch. Can't do it with my powers alone. Well, fucking, why don't I just talk to Lynn about it?
What will happen to the 2 ladies?
I think it's up to us and our powers. That's really bothering me. Like, actually, I'm gonna stop and see if you guys can hear it, because if you can, this will be recorded on a different day. I'll leave this intro in no matter what. But if you can't hear it, I'll be back in like 1 second. Well, no matter what, I'll be back in 1 second. But it'll be whether or not you can hear it. That is the determining factor of when I come back personally. Good news, you shouldn't be able to hear it. At least I didn't. So, and fucking, I can hear it right now, but I can't hear it in the recording. So, yeah, that's good news. It sounds like me and the music are sort of droning out to the muffled voices of my neighbors, who are some of the worst people in the world. Anyways. What? This is no time to be standing around unsure of ourselves. Will you lend me your strength, Miss Hill?
Me? Of course I will. You can count on it, Cecil. Cecil, old boy.
Alright, well, now I can switch with him. Oops. Switch with Cecil real quick. No, I don't want to talk to you. that. Anyways. I'm curious to see if I can, like, swap handles here. Hehehe. Now, what did that achieve? That's the question. Oh. Sweet. There we go. The torpedo looks serviceable. Nice. What do you have there? Tape? Measuring tape, as in?
All set on this end, too. But something's odd.
What is it?
The command room. It looks like it's slowly sinking.
It's almost like we're in a sub that's sinking.
Yeah, looks like it's completely run out of power. I wonder what happened.
I don't know, but I guess I'll find out. We were fucking sunk.
Right, okay, hop into the missile. I'll launch it for you.
Okay, thanks. Sweet. I think missile has to be in the missile too. Oh, no.
I've already set the torpedo's course. It'll head towards the command room where Detective Jowd is. 12 seconds after launching, it'll pass by the command room for an instant. That instant will be your window of opportunity to jump over the command room.
Okay, got it. Then we'll find a way to come back and save you. This will probably be my last task tonight. Really. Just hold on until we get back. Is the last chapter about to come up here? Okay, come on, Missile. Yeah, there he is. Is he gonna stay behind? Missile?
Hi. I'm sorry. I can't go, laddie. What? I just can't. How could I leave? I can't leave Miss Lynn and Miss Camilla behind.
See, now that the music's gone, you might actually be able to hear them.
I can't do it. Oh, poor Cecil, old boy. Old Missile's got to stay behind for this one.
Missile.
I swapped the switches so the missile can be launched. You have to do the rest, Cecil.
I mean, they could really use your help, and, like, I know you don't want to leave them behind, but they could die if you don't come with me. I can't do it either. Can't ask Missile to come with me after that. I understand exactly how he feels. Yeah, no, they could die if he doesn't come along. I get that he loves the two, obviously, but he could straight up die. Like, not he, obviously. These two could straight up die.
I want you to go, Missile. What? But Miss Lynn. Oh, for shy. You staying here won't change our fate.
Yeah, you won't help much.
But if you go with Cecil, you might be able to make something happen, and that's our only hope.
Yeah, yes, quite.
But what if something doesn't happen? I'll never be able to see you again. Never, ever again. Oh, Lordy. Oh, Faith and Begorra. I can't even understand. Even I can understand that. I couldn't stand that.
Don't worry, Missile.
Miss Camilla.
I just know you and Sissy can make something happen. I believe in you. I'll be right here waiting for you.
I secretly hate doing that voice.
We'll see each other then. Don't worry.
Miss Camilla!
Well, there he goes.
It's a good boy, Missile.
Well, won't have to do their voices for a while.
Now are you ready? Oh, fuck. Now are you ready?
We'll have to do their voices for a while. Oh, here we are, doing their voices immediately.
Remember, it's 12 seconds after I throw the switch.
We're ready. Just please turn the music back on.
Cecil,
Yeah?
we never found out who you really were.
Yeah, funny that.
But that doesn't matter now. All I know is I'm truly glad I met you tonight.
It's been a hell of a night. You've died like 5 times.
Thank you for everything.
And I'm glad I met you, Detective.
But we're going to see each other again, right, Sissy? Right, Missile?
I have no idea. That's right, we promise, little lady.
Of course we will. Oh, my name's not Missile. Missile. Missile McStevens.
I don't know, I'll work on it.
I'll never forget you, no matter what happens.
Here goes, then.
Good luck, friend.
Yeah, I wouldn't be afraid of death if I was her at this point. Don't get me wrong, death's a perfectly fine thing to fear, but, you know, all things considered, this is not the... To her, death has got to be, you know, lost some of the weight. Whee! Right, well, these 12 seconds are lasting an eternity. I strive to think of a way to save Lynn and the little lady the whole time. I mean, it's 12 seconds. But how can a ray of light, of hope reach this far down into the deep ocean? Before I can think of an answer, the 12 seconds are up. God damn it, I hate my neighbors. I hate them so much. Here's my, well, There's the corpse, I guess. There's Jowd, who is also a corpse at this point. Detective Jowd.
I bet that big masked man did this. Oh, I'm going to bite him, I am.
Better not, you might break your teeth. The command room has lost power and is sinking, so I wonder what that masked man is going to do.
Let's talk to Detective Jowd.
Since he appears to be dead. Actually... Kind of want to talk to that guy. Sorry for the wait, Detective Jowd. Who are you? Are you Cecil? Please excuse my appearance. I can't believe you made it here. How is Camilla, and what about Lynn? Well, it's kind of a long story. God, I hate my neighbors. I told Detective Jowd about everything that happened on the submarine Yaona. So the submarine was badly damaged. Why would he do that to his own sub? I wish I knew. I know the answer to that one. Oh, he came with me. It's because he's afraid of my powers. You? You followed us? I didn't even notice. It's been 10 years, Detective Jowd. Are you... Yomiel? Yomiel, eh? Yomiel? Yamiel? Yomiel? I'm just gonna keep saying Yomiel. So you remember me, do you? How could I possibly forget? So that's your real name, huh? Yomiel. Backwards, Lamo. His name backwards is Lamo. Lamo. What a lamo, am I right? Boy, a real lamo if you ask me. That's unfortunate. Probably not intentional. It's good to laugh. So that's your real name, huh? Yomiel. That's right. Don't say it backwards, please. Those people on the Yaona, they were calling you Cecil. That's just an alias I was using for my deal with them. You're dead. Why do you need an alias? I didn't see any need to tell them my real name. But you're dead. Could you do me a favor? Would you let me ask you some questions? I've been trying to find out my true identity all night. Sure, go ahead. Fucking, I just hit my mouse by accident. We could have done this like 10 minutes ago, guys. I'm sure there's plenty we can tell you. Right, Jowd? Right. Neither of these are about me. I guess that one might be. 10 years ago, you were a top systems engineer, weren't you?
Systems engineer? What's that?
Boy, the gang's all here, isn't it?
By the way, I'm a top Pomeranian, you know. Oh, faith in me, God.
Well, it's kind of hard to explain to Dog, but it's a person who's good at using computers. I don't mean to brag, but I was one of the best in the industry. But that was 10 years ago, so pretty much everything I know back then is completely, ineffectual at this point, because that's what computers do. That's how I got roped into joining that project. Project? What project? It was a project aimed at reorganizing the nation's top secret information. The goal was to build a new system using multidimensional programming theory. What? I was asked to join the project by an agent of the government.
It doesn't sound like something a top Pomeranian would know anything about. Oh, dearie me.
Oh, now there's a car alarm going off. I fucking love where I live. To me, it just sounded like another challenging job. However, the project was also the target of a secret plot. I bet you can imagine the kind of crime the nation's top secrets might attract. I never thought for the life of me I'd ever have to deal with spies. Really? It was never made public, but every organization in the country moved on this one. And then one day the name of a certain programmer emerged as a suspect. A Mr. Lamo. I told you not to call me that. I was the guy who built the core of the system. The police arrested you then. And then that incident happened. He escaped from the interrogation room and took little Lynn as a hostage. By the way, Detective Jowd, when was it that I was proven innocent? About 6 months after your death. I'm so sorry, Yomiel. Well, interesting that. 10 years ago. When was it proven when I was innocent? What? You were declared guilty post-mortem. Yeah. Blamed it all on you. Trashed your family's name. Dragged it through the mud, we did. Slandered them good. Boy, they're in poverty now, last I checked. Some gutter. Didn't specify which one, but I've been throwing beer bottles at them the whole time. That's a joke. If they had beer, it'd be a gift. It's really my pee. That took a weird direction, and I apologize. 10 years ago, a meteorite fucking hit me. Like, really, what are the goddamn odds? I'm gonna look that up on my phone during this bit. Odds of being hit by a meteor. 'Cause I mean, my god. My soul was split from my body, and I lost everything. Odds of being born. Hit by a meteor. He put lifetime odds of dying from a local meteorite, asteroid, or comet impact in 1 in 1,600,000, compared to 1 in 90 for a car accident, 1 in 250 for a fire, 1 in 60,000 for a tornado, 1 in 135,000 for lightning, and 1 in 8 million in a shark attack. 1 in 195 million for winning the Powerball lottery. Alright, so first of all, you're more likely to be struck by a comet and die than you are to be fucking killed by a shark. That's interesting right there. But first of all, I need to divide 195 by 1.6. Let's see, 195,000,000 divided by 100. Oh, fuck. Divided by 160,000,000 equals. Alright, so you are 121 times more likely to be struck by a meteor and die than win the lottery. So, you know, that's comforting. Anyways, I was sealed in eternal darkness. Well, there are worse games to be sealed in. I existed in this world, no question about that. Here's some character models, but nobody noticed my presence. More character models. God, this is cool to look at. What good would my powers? They didn't help anyone. Oh, that guy. Didn't think he'd be there. Not even the passage of time could heal my pain. Oh, him too? Really? Alright. In fact, it only made it worse. Alright, he has no business being there. Like, the others are at least relevant to the plot. And her too? Really? I wanted to disappear, but I wasn't even allowed to do that. The way Lynn described it is exactly right. Sinking slowly toward the bottom of an endless sea. An overwhelming feeling of loneliness and despair. All I wanted of you. All I wanted... And I wanted all of you to suffer what I was suffering. I'm a bit of a selfish dick that way. And so that's why you murdered Alma. That's right. I wanted you to know what it was like to lose everything you cared about. I wanted you to feel the same pain I felt. What? You're a douche. Yeah, this guy, douche. I was actually a little sympathetic towards him, but then I remembered he murdered Alma, and I was like, not so sympathetic now. Because he hasn't really done anything else. No one else is dead. I mean, he tried to get that guy arrested and killed, but that failed miserably. And I'm mildly sympathetic. Since he pulled nothing off, I'm mildly sympathetic. Then I remembered he killed a woman, and I'm less sympathetic. It was the twisted wish of a mind poisoned by infinite loneliness. And then, as I was plotting my revenge, I had an idea. I came up with a plan to use these powers of mine to make a deal. Well, there's a siren. There's something I don't understand about that deal. I'm sure your powers would be very valuable to them. But what would you get out of the deal? Revenge, the thing he was banging up. A new life. Life? I asked them for 2 conditions. Number 1 was that they help me with my revenge plot. And the second was a rebirth for me. Rebirth? A new beginning, eh? I didn't care if it was a fake life, an artificial life. I just wanted a physical receptacle for my soul. A name, an identity, an everyday life. I wanted to grow old in a society that would accept me. I mean, then you really should care about the type of body you got, because I don't know how many people would accept Trash Robot Man. You don't get me wrong, I think he's cool. And Noki knows the fine line I have about robots, where I stand on them. Normally I was against all robots, but then I decided there needed to be a line between good and bad robots. And I have firmly drawn that line in the sand. She knows what it is. I'm not going to bother mentioning it because that would sidetrack from the story, and we know I never do that. And finally, I wanted to die, surrounded by a loving family. Alright, now you're reaching. That's the kind of life I asked them for. You are reaching quite a bit. A completely man-made life. That's right. I knew I couldn't hope for anything more than that. Seems weird that his voice is sinister now, but fuck it, that's what I'm sticking with. To make it all come true, I knew I would take a lot of money and a lot of power. That's why I decided to ask a national government to help, but not this one for some reason. And, well, I mean, they probably wouldn't take revenge on their own guys. And their response, in the end, was betrayal. Oh, for God's sakes. They were making their moves much more carefully than I suspected. They sent spies to this country and researched my powers on their own. And they even figured out what Temsic was all about. By the way, I don't know if anyone reads the comments, but Noki shared with me that Temsic backwards is Temsic. Kismet, apparently, or Kismet? Something like that. But apparently that means fate, so there's that mystery wrapped up. And you had no idea what they were doing all this? None at all. I was a fool in a snappy suit. So then, why did you go to all the trouble of making it? Why did they go to all the trouble of making a deal with you? Why didn't they just steal the hunk of Temsic meteorite from the park? That's a really good question, and they couldn't is a really good answer. In fact, that's probably the only answer I would accept, other than they didn't know about it, which I would... It's an acceptable answer, but I'd call bullshit because they're spying on this country and know all about the powers. But anyways, they couldn't. Heh. After the manipulator incidents, research was conducted in this country too. A report was submitted to the government about the source of the manipulator's power.
Hey, hoo-ha, hee-ha, hoo-ha, cha, hoo-ha. Yeah.
By Inspector Cabanel and the old pigeon guy, eh? I'm right, pigeon! God. I really hated it. Of all the characters, I hated doing his voice the most, because I had really run out at that point, and I had hoped he was minor enough that I could get away with the pigeon coos. At first, the government didn't believe the report. But then, they decided to put the park under surveillance, just in case. Surveillance, huh? It just looks like an ordinary peaceful park, but there are armed agents there at all times. Tell me he's one of them. I was about to say. Don't tell me that odd Wheatliff guy's one of them. No, not him. He's just a plain old odd person. That's a really good joke, actually. Don't tell me he is one. No, he's just weird. That's fucking funny, actually. That's clever writing on their part. Don't tell me he's one of... No, he's just weird. Never mind him. Bad example. The park is like a silent battlefield on an international scale. So it's a Cold War. So that's why they couldn't steal the Temsic meteorite. Well, if it is under constant armed guard surveillance, yes, that would be difficult. And lately, under the pretense of building a housing site, they've been working on a plan to destroy the park in order to secure the Temsic meteorite. So that's it, eh? I still don't know who I am, and I thought that was what the point of this line of questioning was about. So you got the upshot of... So the upshot of your grand deal was this, eh? Yeah, in the end, it's the ending I deserve. But at least there's one thing you must be happy about. What? You've managed to seal me away at the bottom of the sea forever. Dick. Yeah, sorry about that. It's more than a little awkward, I agree. Right, when we come back, we'll see just how awkward it is. Thank you so much for watching up at Tokenlad. Talk to you later, shrewd negotiators, and see you around Asklands.